Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into a really foundational story. It's from a stack of sources about one of the oldest fables we know.
Yeah, attributed to Aesop maybe 2,500 years ago, the boy who cried wolf.
Exactly. And our mission today isn't just about the moral, like don't lie. We want to look at its structure, its language.
And how incredibly, almost chillingly relevant it is right now in our information age.
Right. The sources really hammered this point. Credibility isn't just nice to have. It's like a resource, a finite one.
And when it's depleted, things just stop working. Society relies on it.
So we're holding up this ancient story as a mirror to today, thinking about, misinformation, outrage culture.
What the sources call alarm fatigue. It's all diagnosed in this simple tale about a bored shepherd.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Remind us of the setup.
Well, it's pretty efficient, actually. You've got this quiet village. It's described as being nestled by a mountain.
Nice word, nestled.
Yeah. And this young shepherd boy, he's tasked with watching the sheep. Pretty standard stuff.
But the real enemy for him, initially anyway, isn't a wolf. It's boredom, right?
Frankly, sheer monotony. Day in, day out, just sheep. He's alone, wants some drama, some attention.
And that's when, as the story goes, a wicked idea popped into his head.
Huh? Yeah. He decides to fake it, to stage a crisis for fun.
So he runs towards the village yelling.
Awful. Wolf, with everything he's got, a real performance of panic.
And the villagers. They buy it completely, first time round.
Totally. They drop their tools, farmers leave their fields, they run up that hill filled with alarm. They're ready to fight, armed with whatever they have, pitchforks, clubs.
Only to find him basically laughing at them.
Right. Rolling on the ground, amused by the chaos he caused. Purely selfish.
Understandably, they're not happy. The sources say they were very angry.
They scolded him, yeah, told him off. An elder warns him sternly, this is no laughing matter.
But here's an interesting point, maybe. Why just scold him? Why not a harsher punishment right away?
That's a good question. I think the sources suggest they gave him the benefit of the doubt the first time.
Okay. Community safety first, annoyance second.
Exactly. It's a rational response. Warn him, tell him not to abuse their trust. They're essentially saying, okay, once, but don't do it again.
But he does do it again.
He does, and this is where the trust really starts to crumble, isn't it? He actually found the first time so amusing.
He enjoyed the memory of the panic.
That he repeats the whole thing just a few weeks later, shouts even louder apparently, claims the wolf is carrying away a lamb this time.
Upping the stakes.
And again, the villagers are deceived. They climb the hill, find him laughing again.
But their reaction this time,
yeah,
it's different, right? Not just angry.
Oh yeah, now it's furious. It's resentment. The sources say their trust was shattered.
That feels like the real turning point. Why is the second lie so much worse? Is it just repetition?
It's more than that, I think. It's the intentional, repeated manipulation. The first time, maybe. Maybe you could argue poor judgment.
Okay, a stupid prank.
Right, but the second time, he knows he's wasting their time, their energy, their emotional readiness. He knows he's exploiting their goodwill.
All for a cheap laugh.
Exactly. That's when you get the angry mutters. That's when they basically say, okay, we're done with you.
The classic, fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me twice, shame on me. They've learned. They won't be tricked again.
They learned their lesson. Right? But the terrible irony is, their lesson seals his fate.
Which leads us right to the climax. The real deal. It's dusk, sun setting, dramatic timing.
And the wolf appears. The sources describe it quite vividly. Large, hungry.
Gleaming yellow eyes, creeping out of the forest. Suddenly, it's not a game anymore. The boy is genuinely terrified.
The tables have completely turned. Now he's the one in actual danger.
And he does the only thing he can do. He screams, wolf, wolf, help! Screams until he's hoarse, making desperate pleas.
But down in the village,
silence. That's the most powerful part, isn't it? The lack of response.
They hear him. They absolutely hear him.
Oh, they hear him, but they just assume. Instantly. It's just another one of his lies. They do not move.
That silence is devastating. It's the direct consequence of him spending all this credibility.
And the wolf, well, it does what wolves do, attacks the flock. The sources say it was decimated. The boy is helpless.
Because he destroyed his own lifeline. His word meant nothing.
And the moral, delivered usually by the village elder, is just stark. Nobody believes a liar, even when he is telling the truth.
It's brutal. And the sources use this great analogy here. Credibility is like money.
Exactly. It's a precious resource. Takes ages to build up, through reliability, honesty.
But you can spend it or lose it incredibly quickly.
Absolutely. Think of it like an account. The boy starts with a full account just by being part of the community.
Okay. Default trust.
Right. But then he makes these two huge, unnecessary withdrawals just for kicks. He literally wasted the capital of his word on a joke.
So when he desperately needed to make that final, crucial withdrawal,
Just save everything, basically.
the account wasn't just empty, it was closed. He couldn't be taken at his word anymore. Total loss of face.
And look, for centuries, that was the lesson, right? Personal integrity. Be truthful or else.
Pretty straightforward.
But now,
Yeah.
now things get complicated. Because technology has amplified everything.
Here's the modern twist.
Yeah. Our sources really drive this home. Today, anyone can cry wolf to potentially millions instantly. We're the villagers now.
And we're just being bombarded with cries of wolf constantly, from all directions.
Which changes the dynamic completely. The sheer volume is overwhelming.
So the sources identify, three main types of modern wolf cries. Let's break those down. First up, the obvious one, fake news and misinformation.
Okay, so here, the modern boy is like a website pushing sensational stuff for clicks, maybe a foreign actor spreading disinformation, or just a social media account stirring trouble.
They're intentionally crying wolf for profit or political gain.
Exactly. And at first, people react. They click, they share, they get angry or alarmed. They run up the digital hill.
But after being fooled again and again and again, what happens?
This is where it gets serious. The sources talk about a dangerous cynicism setting in. That phrase really stuck with me.
Dangerous cynicism. What does that look like?
It means you don't just stop trusting the bad sources. You start distrusting all sources. You start to doubt the very possibility of objective truth.
Wow. So it's not just, I don't trust that website. It's, I don't trust anything I read online.
Pretty much. If everything seems like an alarm and most alarms turn out false or exaggerated, your brain just concludes the whole system is broken.
And the danger is, when a real wolf does show up, a genuine crisis, a real public health emergency,
The cynical mind just defaults to, probably just another lie, probably just hype. The impulse to react is gone.
Okay, so that's misinformation eroding trust. What's the second modern wolf? The sources mention the culture of outrage.
Right. This is slightly different. It's about how the platforms themselves work. Social media algorithms thrive on strong emotions.
Anger, fear, indignation. That's what gets engagement.
Exactly. So the system itself promotes and amplifies content designed to provoke those feelings. Our digital village square is just constantly echoing with alarms, political, social, cultural.
So we're living in this state of perpetual high alert.
Precisely. And that leads directly to this key concept, alarm fatigue.
Okay, explain that.
Remember the villagers on the second trip up the hill? Already tired, irritated. That's like a mini version.
Uh-huh.
In our world, we get so many of these outrage-inducing alarms day after day that our ability to respond just gets worn out. We can't sustain that level of alert.
We become desensitized, like you tune it out.
Exactly. Like the emergency room doctor who learns to filter out the constant beeping unless it's a critical code. We start filtering out the endless outrage online because it's just too much.
But the risk there is huge.
It's the core danger. When a real, undeniable crisis hits something genuinely urgent and nonpartisan, we might be too tired, too cynical, too emotionally drained to actually react.
We assume it's just more noise. Another boy crying wolf.
Yeah. We've preserved our sanity, maybe, but by turning the volume down on everything, including the things that actually matter.
Okay, and the third wolf. So this one's maybe more subtle.
Yeah.
Marketing and clickbait.
Yeah, it's the constant low-level noise. Every ad, every email, subject line screaming urgent. Every headline like, you won't believe what happens next.
It's all a little cry of wolf trying to grab our attention.
And our attention, crucially, is a finite resource. There's only so much of it.
So what's the consequence of that constant low-grade manipulation?
It's the devaluation of language itself. When everything is presented as urgent or shocking or incredible, those words lose their power.
If everything is furious or terrified or decimated, then what do you say when something actually is?
Exactly. The language gets inflated and then becomes meaningless. It makes it incredibly difficult for genuinely important, nuanced information to cut through the noise.
Because it doesn't scream as loud.
Or because the screaming itself has become unbelievable. Truthful reporting might even feel compelled to use the same sensational tactics just to get noticed, blurring the lines even further.
It's like the boy's genuine cry sounding exactly like his fake ones.
Precisely. It forces the truth to mimic the lie just to compete for our limited attention.
Let's bring this back down to the personal level, too. The sources suggest this isn't just about media literacy, it's about how we present ourselves.
Absolutely. Think about social media, how people carefully curate their online image.
Always successful, always having amazing experiences, or maybe always dramatizing small problems.
Right. If someone constantly exaggerates everything wins, losses, minor inconveniences turned into epic tragedies, they are, in a way, acting like the shepherd boy on a personal scale.
They're spinning their personal credibility account.
Yeah, for little bits of online attention or sympathy, minor applause.
And the risk is, when something genuinely serious happens in their life, when they actually need support and make sincere pleas.
Their friends, their followers, their community might hesitate. They might wonder, is this real or is it just
Yeah.
another performance?
That's skepticism, even amongst friends, because the baseline was always exaggerated.
It really underscores the core lesson. Being believable, having your word count, is maybe our most valuable social asset. We need to guard it, personally and collectively.
So wrapping this up, the real insight here goes beyond just don't lie. It's about the environment that lying creates.
Yeah, the tragedy isn't just that the boy lied. It's that he created a situation where the truth became indistinguishable from a lie. He poisoned the well of communication for himself.
And our challenge, as the modern villagers constantly navigating this noise, isn't just about being truthful ourselves,
That's crucial.
but it's also about getting better at figuring out who is crying wolf and why. Is it for clicks? Is it manipulation? Or is it a genuine call for help or attention?
We constantly have to assess who deserves the benefit of the doubt and who has spent that trust. It's exhausting, frankly.
So the final thought, maybe, for you listening. In this world where everyone and everything is screaming for your attention, how do you protect that attention? How do you protect your own trust? Because those really are the most finite resources you have.
That's the multi-billion-dollar question for the 21st century, isn't it? How to navigate the noise without losing your ability to hear the truth.